And this is one of the most important things to ever understand in life. Because if you understand that your thoughts create your emotions, and you can learn how to control your thoughts, it gives you control over your emotions. Now, I'm going to take this further and make the claim that everything is created by a thought, not just emotions. I mean everything. So think about this for a second. If thoughts cause emotions, what do emotions cause? They cause us to make decisions. And what do decisions cause? Us to take action. And what happens when you take action? You get results. So the results can be experiences, jobs, relationships, or objects like cars or phones. Actually, the objects themselves were created by a thought. Let me give you an illustration. Let's think about the phone or the computer on which you're watching or listening to this program. Before you owned it, you, or whoever bought it for you, or whoever bought it, had to have the thought to buy it. And for it to be at the store, someone had to have an idea to stock it and sell it. And before that, someone had to have the idea to make it. And before that, someone had to have the idea to invent it. So say, for instance, you're using an iPhone. That means that Steve Jobs and his colleagues at Apple literally thought the iPhone into existence. But it doesn't start there. Before there was an iPhone, someone had to have the idea for a touchscreen. And someone else probably had the idea for apps. And someone else had to have the idea for a cell phone. And before that, someone had to have the idea for a phone. And before that, someone had to have the idea of wanting to communicate over a long distance. And before that, someone had to have the idea to communicate in words. And before that, someone had to have the idea to communicate at all. And before that, someone had to have an idea. And before that, someone had to exist, which means someone would have had to have a thought about, oh wait, never mind, let's not go there. So, can you see how all of these ideas and thoughts are what led up to this piece of technology sitting in front of you now? Can you appreciate that thousands of years of evolution of thinking has been conspiring so that you can be watching or listening to this right now? It's pretty amazing. And I hope I've convinced you that thoughts create emotions, which leads to things, which means it leads to your life.